Hello and welcome back to another edition of Smackdown Out 10 right here on the Wrestle Debate. It's a big show today really. We've got two title matches. Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio, they're taking on the Usos, and we've got Apollo Crews versus Kevin Owens for the Smackdown Intercontinental title. So it should be a good one. Let's get straight into it. Roman Reigns kicked off Smackdown, as you come to expect, with Paul Heyman, and wasn't too happy about the Usos deciding to go ahead with the tag title match tonight. He and Heyman agreed that Jimmy and Jay better win or would face Roman's wrath. Reigns called the Usos out before they joined him in the ring, and Jimmy said that he was calling his shots. Roman said that he calls his own shots, but he gets the job done, and so they should, before walking out the ring, and the match began. Dominic and Jimmy were in the ring to kick off the match, and Ray tagged in early on for a double team move on their opponent. Jay got the tag soon after, and the Usos hit Ray with a double team of their own. Outside, Jay dropped Ray on the barricades before tagging Jimmy in the ring. Ray sent Jimmy outside and went for a baseball side before Jay caught him and hit a Samoan drop. Ray both sent Usos into the turnbuckles before tagging Dominic. Dom hit a huge neckbreaker before running into a kick. Jimmy took a Hurricane Rana from the top rope before reversing a 619 with a super kick. Jimmy hit a splash from the top, but Dom got his knees up, rolling his opponent up for the win. However, replay showed Jimmy got his shoulder up on one count, but that didn't stop Roman Reigns from being furious. The Usos were furious, and so was Roman. The Universal Champion told them to go to make it right by talking to management. Roman talked about their championship history and accidentally mixed up Jimmy and Jay before walking off. Only with a 7 out of 10. This was really entertaining, just elevating the Usos and the Jimmy Uso's character, Jay Uso's character, and Roman Reigns' character even more. Really solid. Rollins was then on Smackdown. He was being interviewed by Kayla Braxton when he said that he didn't owe anyone anything. Braxton asked what he'd done once Cesaro returned, and Rollins took his mice and tossed it at her. Chad Gable was then backstage and told the Street Profits they needed new management, namely him. The Profits gave them a hard no before walking off. The Usos then came into the office, telling to get a title rematch. Sonya assured them they will take their circumstances into consideration and make the right call before we got Carmella versus Liv Morgan. Carmella slapped Morgan in the face as the match started, and Liv managed to send the former women's champion into the barricades. Back in the ring, Carmella hit a big boot. Liv missed a dive before taking Carmella down with a backbreaker for a near fall. Mella rocked in the code of silence and picked up the win. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. It was good to see Carmella's new character, but I kind of feel like this match just showed how light the SmackDown women's division is in light of the releases of the likes of Ruby Riott recently. Backstage on Smackdown, Pierce and Deville told the Mysterios they had to defend their title once more due to a referee mistake before Bianca Belair was out next on Smackdown and said that everyone was laughing at Bayley, but the former women's champ was starting to get to her. She said that Bayley disrespected her and challenged the role model to a match. Bayley showed up on the title throne and mocked Belair some more before saying that she wasn't in the area. She was sitting in a oasis, a room full of her own posters. Soon every screen in Thunderdome showed Bayley laughing, which was interesting. Kind of just progressing the storyline. Just felt like a week off before Otis was backstage and wanted the Street Profits to apologise to Chad. They told him instead that Gable was holding him back before Otis got very angry and attacked him. We then got King Corbin versus Nakamura. Red Bulls was back and introduced Nakamura before the match with Corbin. Corbin unloaded on Nakamura as the match began, and Nakamura hit a big knee in the corner before taking a near fall. Nakamura and Corbin then traded some big moves on SmackDown before the Lone Wolf was able to catch Nakamura with a sudden pinfall for a shocking win. Biggs and Nakamura attacked Corbin after the match, and Shinsuke took the crown before retreating for revenge. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. To be honest, this kind of just seemed a bit repetitive for me, so I wasn't totally sure on it, but hopefully it progresses further in the weeks coming up. Kevin Owens was then backstage before he was wiped out and attacked by General Aziz ahead of the IC title match, which began pretty much straight after. Owens decided to go with the match regardless of the condition, and Apollo knocked him down right off the bell. Crews unloaded on Owens as the match went on and bounced him off the turnbuckles before KO came back with a senton. Back after the break on SmackDown, Owens hit a German suplex before going for the Swanton Bomb from the top rope, but Apollo got his moves up. The IC champ then got a standing moonsault and a suplex, but KO kicked out twice. Owens got some super kicks and a pop-up powerbomb for a near fall of his own. as the match rolled on. Owens was then on the top rope and took a Death Valley driver before Apollo finally pinned him to get the win on SmackDown. I knew it was a 7 out of 10. This was really good. Really enjoying where the IC title picture was going, especially afterwards when Sami Zayn attacked Kevin Owens. The Street Profits then challenged Alpha Academy sort of match next week on SmackDown, which should be great. Before we got a rematch for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, Jimmy and Dominic kicked off the match, and the former went for quick pins before isolating Dom in their corner. The Usos traded hot tags and worked on the younger Mysterio and hit a dive on him before he headed for a break. Back on SmackDown, Jay was in the ring with Dom and sent Uso into the corner before tagging in Ray. Jimmy tagged in as well as the Mysterios got back in control with some big moves. Ray set up for a 619 on Jimmy before telling Dominic to finish it up. Roman Reigns showed up out of nowhere, took Dom out from the top rope and hit a Superman punch as the match got called off. Reigns went after the tag champs outside and knocked them into the barricades and steel tap. He picked up the steps and knocked Dominic out of the ring. He did the same to Ray and bragged about his fantasy legacy while still beating him up. Dominic was taking a beating and was locked in a guillotine before Jimmy told Reigns to cut it out. Jimmy said not like this bro and walked off, but Roman held Jay back in the ring. Roman was still mad, but Dom beat Dom up some more as SmackDown ended 7 out of 10. This was so intriguing for the Reigns character. And where it's all going. Obviously it's all about the bloodline, and yeah, I just can't wait to see what happens with it. I guess the Usos will win the title, but who knows. This week, SmackDown gets a 7 out of 10 from me. I really enjoyed this week's SmackDown. Yeah, really good. Just progressing the storylines. We got more bloodline stuff this week, and yeah, I think it just so elevates the show so much when we get Roman Reigns. Honestly, it's just a blessing. And then we got feuds like the SmackDown Tag Team title and the IC title just moving on a bit more. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Remember your thoughts and comments down below. Remember to follow me on to the link in the description below for daily wrestling news and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.